It's Malt, Magic and More. It's that time again where we all get together and talk absolute nonsense, and some of it's even D&D related. It's the After the Show show!
Yes, we do talk some nonsense.
Hello.
We talk a lot of shit, whether it's on stream or off stream, to be honest.
I thought, no, I'll keep it, keep it PG-13.
Well, we have just finished our first actual live stream.
Well, I think was die down there.
Yeah, we are.
I love it. We start a live stream and everybody's just gone, fuck, we're going to die.
Yeah, I mean, oh man, so many things then. I mean, first of all, yeah, as some of us just talked about, as soon as he did his search for a silver dragon, I knew it was a white dragon. But I had no...
You've been so close for weeks, to be fair. I've just left it out there. You've slowly figured it out.
Yeah, that is another thing, right?
Had to be.
3 weeks we have been here in this. So 3 of our weeks we have been here without a long rest and with this information, and it has been cold. And I've gone. I personally do not know any other creature than a white dragon. I didn't even know about silver dragons, to be fair, that would have caused this much cold in an area.
So this is why I was chuckling to myself silently inside when we were discussing. I think it was on the last Malt, Magic and More when we were discussing the types of dragon, and I kind of just had to take it off on a tangent. Like, oh yeah, there's fuck tons of types of dragons, just because I had to not give away anything.
I knew, but the thing is, we hadn't got confirmation. It could have been something weird, especially the fact that we were talking about Tasha's What's Its Cauldron. Not even that one. It was the other one. It was your winter one. Sorry.
Released this week.
Ring gets released.
Rime of the Ice. Yeah, Rime of the Frost Maiden. That's the one.
Rime of the Frost Maiden. So you were talking about
Tasha's
that.
Cauldron.
Oh, sounds like a Metallica album, by the way.
Digitally, it should be released tomorrow by the time of this recording.
Oh. Does that not mean for us? By the way, guys, we're recording this straight after our session, so this is currently 10 to midnight on a Monday night. So if it is, I don't know. Does that mean it's coming out Tuesday? So can we get this in 10 minutes?
So it'll be out on the 17th. I literally within 10 minutes you will see me run
clicking by.
I already have it on Roll20. Pre-purchase.
Nice.
Oh, see, I've pre-ordered, so surely I should have it on D&D Beyond.
Yeah, I think it's the 17th. It might be the 19th. It's something like that.
19th is a Thursday. By the way, and this is going to be a really stupid question when it actually goes out live, but we're sending this out on a Wednesday night. Is that right?
Yep.
Yes. So this will be the day after Tasha's Cauldron has been released.
Beautiful.
There you go.
Nice. That's not too bad then. Oh, yeah, just okay. So yeah, we are screwed, guys. Because Smugface over there is not going to let us get to a dead dragon corpse.
I mean, we probably could if we weren't about to take 8 hours of rest.
What are we going to do? It's just going to get battered.
There's nothing else we can do.
Honestly,
I'm all elves and we could just meditate for a bit.
Yeah.
Oh,
but we can't.
Or you were Warforged and can just shut down for 4 hours.
Yeah.
Oh man, just
turn off running.
Yeah, I mean,
there's a shout out to my other campaign.
Tonight, helped by the fact that Matt was rolling like a tosser, we had some good strategy.
My rolls were shit all night. That triple buff,
at one point, we had a
triple D buff.
Creature that had Bane. It was poisoned, and the sheath of Thunder Condom, or whatever it is.
Booming blade.
That is going to have to. I'm literally going to have to rewrite that spell to be the Thunder Condom now.
And
I would like to hit A with the Thunder Condom.
And then Kirik's fucking Thunderdome, Mad Max Thunderdome of Ravens, and then the Fireball. There was some good strategy going on. But there's always the talk
I have never been more nervous for my players than when you turned around and said, I would like to throw a fireball into that room with 4 people in front of you.
God, yeah. that was tense. That was tense.
when I was watching the dice roller on D&D Beyond though, it was like going single digit, and then it just went and landed. I was like, yes. Luckily, I've got like plus a lot. Well, it was -1 actually, so I rolled an 18, and then I got the -1 to land on a 17. So
nice.
But debuffs are always, you always worry about whether to do it.
You did well
or
on
not.
the debuffs tonight.
Debuffs are good, and that is why, literally for the first time, I've used Bane, because I thought actually that's going to be a good idea, because then they'll be quite useful. Unfortunately, didn't work out that way at all. I will still stick by getting people in through a corridor is a good idea, but I'm going to add the addendum to that, and that is work out if they're the type of melee creature. These guys weren't. That was my fail. That is what I learned. But that's good though, because I was like, oh my god, it's a surefire way. It isn't if they're all spellcasters. So
because I haven't.
But you'd not come across them before, so you wouldn't have known anyway.
No, wouldn't have known.
Yeah.
Would not have known.
I
honestly thought they were rogues. Right? That was my personal thing, right? So I thought rogue. So I thought, to be honest, I do not want to get these guys either side of me, otherwise they are going to have a sneak attack against me and I'm dead. Right? So I am sticking one by one, and that did not work. And learn more.
When I get my spell slots back, though, I'm definitely using hold person because I haven't had to use it yet, but it works a treat, doesn't it?
Yeah.
As long as I'm
Hold person's
humanoid.
pretty good. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. As soon as you said like, "Oh, you're paralyzed," I was like, "Oh,
yeah,
that's really bad."
Especially the fact that it was like it's going to be for a minute. I'm like, I'm out of this fight, this whole fight.
And I was I was just looking for lesser restoration because I was like, I packed it, but I used my last second level on warding bond, which didn't come into play at all.
This is a really interesting one.
I didn't get hit once.
No.
If I was holding Dawnbringer, which had lesser restoration, and I was paralysed, would I have been able to use shit? Would Dawnbringer's lesser restoration been able to help me?
You can't take actions as paralysed, so probably.
Probably
depends on
Dawnbringer would
how
have
it
done
was
fuck all there.
So as much as the fact that I knew that, and I've never used lesser restoration from Dawnbringer, I still wouldn't have been able to do anything. And there's no point in you burning a potential spell that you could use on lesser restoration for that potentially to happen again, unless we think that we're going to go up against that similar band later on. At which point, me being a whole person in a more deadly fight is not a good idea.
Yeah, what I thought was we're in a corridor, so if we have people between you and the door, then they can't get to you. So eventually. Yeah. That's why I was like, I just want to get as close to the front as I can and just bump the Spirit Guardians.
I think my idea was sound. It just didn't go that way, which is fine. That's
I didn't expect them to be chucking spells at us. To be honest.
Well, spells I don't care, but paralysation, that's a completely different matter. So that was a very interesting one. And the other one was I wanted to. There was a point in that second fight when I wanted to run round. I would have been able to get to a point, I think it was below B, when I would have been able to hit both A and B with a Thunder Wave, not hit any of us, and just, potentially knock them over, knock them to the ground, knock them further away, whatever, just cause them damage. But again, it was like, we want to maybe be quiet.
I mean, we're making enough noise, I think. But just imagine what that would have looked like in real life. You was in front of A, and then you'd have shimmied round him like this to get next to B, to then do what you did. Imagine how that would have looked actually in real life.
Excuse me, boys. I just get around here.
Sorry.
Excuse me.
Oh no! Sorry, it's got to be British. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me.
If you don't mind holding this, kaboom!
Oh boy.
It was good though.
Man. Yeah.
So, I think somehow was pretty much finished or figured out what I have planned. Based on the penny dropping face he gave during that episode.
No, there's like it was when, what did he say? He said something that I was like, it was when he said
she's trying to get her body back.
I was about to say, I've got there is a female entity that is trying to get a white dragon's body back. So it's the soul of the white dragon.
She used to be the body. She's trying to get her own body back.
So she wants to get back to the body, which means that someone kind of like split soul and body at some point for some reason, and she just wants it back.
Here's another thing then, which is completely mind blowing. What if it's not the body? Well, it is the body of the white dragon, but it is not dead.
You did say corpse, though.
Oh, did they?
He did say corpse, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so. No, that's different. That rules that out. But yeah, who did you speak to, Danny? That didn't. Well, we don't know. You didn't see or hear anything that would, differentiate gender or anything.
Crystal ball.
Yeah. Did you?
Bloke.
Do you know that? It was a gravelly voice. It was a gravelly voice, but is it a bloke?
Yeah, I mean, it could have been Bonnie Tyler, couldn't it? She.
So, did you actually speak to the soul of the white dragon, Zaphania?
Oh, shit. Maybe.
Because if it is an ancient white dragon, they are bloody. Well, I was going to say they're really intelligent, but the white dragon, and sorry, this is me knowing, not Dargon. They're more feral and just want to fight. If I understand correctly, they're slightly more of the the thrill of the hunt. They're not the devious kind. They're more of the green dragon.
Yeah, it's not the intelligence I'm worried about. I'm not gonna lie.
I was about to say, there's so many other things I'm scared about. There's 3 of us, all right? You know, other particular campaigns I've seen where there have been like 10 people up against it, only just make it, and that's with the assistance of a dragon as well. So we are screwed, and we are running.
Oh, you know when you speak to the Malt Masters Guild,
scream the entire 15 first words.
Can you ask them just to send as much backup as they can? And then we get Johannes, Vraco, Cooper.
Immediately, Matt hates you for having to work out how many character sheets you have to send us now. But yeah.
I won't be sending you shit.
So you'll send a message and Matt will just reply with, sorry, it's bad signal.
It would just be a...
I'm sorry, the Maltmaster's Keep are currently unavailable. Leave a message after the tone.
You just get Mirabelle's voice.
We're not going to get signal down in a cave, are we?
Hopefully not on a different plane. We're not in the Underdark yet.
Your call is important to us. Your wait will be an approximate 4 hours.
Dun, 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 dun.
Jazz music on, Dave. We're 15 minutes in and we've not got background music on.
You can not hear it.
No,
we have.
It's on.
It's there.
Wow. Okay. I have got an ear infection, so I'm working on one ear at the minute.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, it is there. I've turned it up a bit.
No, we can hear it. It's all good.
You're good.
Just me.
Dear me. I'm just glad that we might actually be getting a long rest now. Oh my word.
If you think about it, is it actually going to help us if we're going to have to go through the same trauma again for the next 3 weeks in real life?
I mean, again, it's a really tough call, right? I'm not getting that much back. I'm getting a couple of my reactions and stuff back, which are very helpful.
The rest for Kirik, really, aren't we?
We are, but also it is,
Bothrid.
Yeah.
I've got quite a few spells, I suppose.
I was about to say, the 75% of us can't do much. So it's really important to have a long rest. And it was more of the fact of just looking after the party. Because I keep going back to this, but as much as sometimes it's great to be the fighter that can do a couple of good hits, and I can do, if I really wanted to, 4 per round, and a reaction, great. That's it. So you've got to do some other stuff, and things like spiritual guardians is so underrated. It is so good.
We're definitely going to have to use things like Bless, Bane, Blade Ward.
Because, you see, that's the thing. Some tactics of me going in and using Bane instead of hitting, so that then you bring up spiritual guardians as well as Bane if you can. I don't know, you obviously that may take 2 rounds, but if you can think that you could end up with the whole of their group with a minus D4 to whatever saves they need to make inside spiritual guardians, means that you could wipe them all out by standing there and waving, going, "Hi, you're all dicks."
Yeah. It's certainly like it's definitely depending on situation, because I've had spiritual guardians for a while, but we never had like occasions when it was worth it. And that's the thing of like, it's worth it because it's like just something that it's just extra damage that happens whenever. But it's like it wouldn't make much sense. But like today was like prime example of where to use it. They were all like together. So it was like
you killed off 3 of them, not on your turn.
I think 4 of them.
Not on your turn, and that makes a huge difference.
I killed all of the ones that were in, like I think I killed everyone apart from WB.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. So, I seriously think it can't be underrated. Used enough. It's good. So,
yeah, because it was like 20 damage at least each.
Yeah.
So it was something like 80 damage in not my turn. So it was pretty good.
Well, I suppose also if we've gone on a long rest, when we do, aid's going to be gone. So we're all going to have lower hit points.
And I may not, if I'm casting Sending, I may not afford myself to cast aid.
Yeah.
But I will be able to go invisible, so I can just go invisible and leave you all to it.
I think you've got to scout some more invisible.
See ya.
I think that's definitely a tactic we've got to do. You've got to go and start trying to search, check for traps, unlock doors, all invisible. Go and check around while we're 30 feet behind
scout
you.
The whole cave if you can.
As we go, you need to be 30 feet ahead of us and just keep going, keep going. Just we're sort of trailing you the entire time.
If it's dark, shafted, aren't I? Because I can't see.
Bollocks. We need to get you some dark vision, something or other.
I need Mephisto to give me some goggles of night sight or something.
Yeah.
Or polish my eyeballs like Vin Diesel in Pitch Black.
Yes.
That'd be doable, couldn't it? Do you reckon I could get magic eyes?
Magic eyes.
Maybe if I get like a elvish blood transfusion, I'll get dark vision.
Well, I tell you what. I mean, a couple of episodes ago in Malt, Magic and More, Matt asked, "What would you like in this campaign?" Well, I think you've just found yours, Danny, because you couldn't think of one before.
Yeah.
You want some sort of artifact that gives you dark vision. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Both of you can learn the dark vision spell.
Oh, I could just get the Dryad.
Do you know what I was looking at the Warlock level 2 if I level up, which is the serious contender against Devil Sight.
That's implications, isn't it? Yeah, Devil Sight.
Devil Sight.
Devil Sight's fucking insane. 120 feet of enhanced dark vision.
Right, I will openly admit now that I'm thoroughly torn. Honestly, I thought that I was just going to Warlock level 2 for sure, right? And I still really want to do that, but now that I've looked up against the fact that I can swap out one other spell, get rid of Levitate, never bloody use it, nearly tried to use it in this time, but again didn't. I get rid of Levitate and put something else in, and I know what I'm going to pick, but I'm not going to say. And I would get a +1 to Constitution, +1 to Dexterity. I'm still keep going on this in Malt, Magic and More, but I would get a huge advantage. Okay, or I get Devil's Sight. And one other thing which I know what I would potentially pick, and I just...
Agonizing Blast.
That's going to be really handy, considering we're going to be up in the Dark Mountains, Black City, under this ground.
If three out of
a lot of places where it's dark.
If 3 out of the 4 of us can see in the dark, and you also then find some sort of artifact that can let you see in the dark, we do not need to, use light anymore, apart from as an offensive weapon or just to make it easy. And suddenly we can start moving around in the dark, and that is going to make a huge difference. So. I'm still torn. I don't know. I honestly, at this point, I'm going to have to flip a coin because I just don't know which one I want to pick. Do I end up with another 18 points of HP instantly, plus I can hit harder? All right.
You might
because dexterity? No, it's not dexterity. It's only strength on mine, is it? What would a +1 to my dex do?
Probably throwing of the hand axe.
Throwing of the hand axe. Yes.
It will also increase your dexterity score by 1.
Yeah, but as I say, other things. So
you'll get a +10 to your hand axe.
Yeah.
Your blink hand axe, you'll get a +9 to your normal hand axe.
Yeah. Strength on the Warhammer, then presumably. But
Warhammer strength based, yeah.
Didn't you also say that we get a proficiency bonus +1 next? So
the reason your Warhammer is +8 is because it's your strength plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay, so if you think that I would get my dexterity plus proficiency on my hand axe, suddenly adds 2 to that on my next level.
If you go fighter, yeah.
Huge difference. Or
and the axe is already a +1.
Or I can see in the dark. Alright. So
4,
that's a struggle.
7.
Great, I can see in the dark, but I can hit real hard if I don't see in the dark. Or do I swap out levitate for some sort of seeing in the dark magic that I can get via Eldritch Knight?
Eldritch Knight.
So that might be, but I saw another one that I wanted to swap out that I really want to swap out. So anyway, enough about me and Dargon. Choices, many choices. Very difficult indeed. Yeah. White dragon bitches. Seriously, I'll go back to let's leave. Let's just go. Let's find a tavern.
We can't. I want to fight the dragon. I really want to fight the
dragon. Regardless of what our characters want to do, we want to do it.
Okay, it also, we have seriously got to sort out our tactics if we're going to go up against a dragon, because it's things like their cone of breath and shit. You've got to hide. Well, no, because it's an area of effect, so even hiding behind something means nothing. You've got to make sure that you separate yourselves out so that only one of us gets a cone of cold instead of all 4 of us. Otherwise, we're all dead. End of. That's
Make sure
it.
It's
done.
You the whole time because you're immune to it.
Yeah, all right, but I mean,
so you just attach yourself to the dragon's face. Just hold on like a thing from Alien.
I've got it, boys. I've got it. Yeah, would you bloody hell?
Just do that the whole time. Yeah. Just poke it in the eye. And then we'll.
You know that bit in How to Train Your Dragons when the guy's crashing to the ground on his dragon. He's like, "I'm okay," and then it falls on him. Less okay.
Yeah.
We do actually know as well that we need to head down because that's what the guy was saying.
Yeah.
Yep. And I do have a Dragon Slayer rapier sword.
He fucking knew more than he let on. Fine. Carry on investigating.
All right, here's right. It is a question then for you, Samal. Kirik, who wasn't here when I did it, was here, but the guy I killed at the top. If you remember, sort of watching back the episode you weren't here for, we interrogated him, and Kirik was gonna. Kirik said that's enough. That's as much as we were gonna get out of him, or something like that. What would have Kirik have done? Would he have let him go, run for the hills, tied him up, or because Dargon's understanding was he was just going to run, he was going to tell everyone we were going to get hammered. So, to be honest, he's told us as much as we can give him. He's already died once, he's dying now. Right? Nothing else we can do. So, what would have been Kirik's feelings about it?
It's weird because obviously I wasn't there, but like what I wanted to like do today or in this episode was to kind of brighten the well, I'll tell you what I was thinking. I was thinking of putting a curse on him until putting Othrid was just gonna slaughter him. I was thinking of putting a curse on him of like every time he tries to if he tries to tell the story to someone other than the Malt Magic, the Malt Masters Guild, that he would just start laughing, like uncontrollably, and not be able to tell the story. Is that
legitimately something that curse can do?
It says like bestow curse is like as well as like these examples, you can suggest a curse that is not more powerful than these, and your DM can say yes or no. So I was going to ask Matt if that was something that could happen. That was like,
sweet.
Doesn't do damage. It just, he can't really tell the story other than the Malt Master's Keep. It's just going to go in.
So it's kind of like every time he tries to speak to somebody he's not supposed to, he just gets hideous laughter, basically.
Yeah, kind of thing, yeah.
Wow.
And then, like, cast it on him and then, like, frighten him of, like, if you tell this to anyone else, you will die. That's what the spell just does, and like deception it or something. That was what I was thinking, but then I had to like calm Bothrid down.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
That's what I wanted to do. Find out what the colourful orbs are all about. We've kind of left them to it.
Because fuck, it's dragon colours. It's dragon colours.
Again, I knew it was dragon colours, but I'm like, that doesn't make sense down here with, unless there's a tomb for each one.
Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
So does that mean we can use them?
If this is the chromatic conclave, then I'm out. I'm gone. That's it. I'm out.
Matt, don't throw Tiamat at us, please. Don't do it. don't throw Tiamat. That's not going to be fun.
Bring it up. So, do you reckon we could use them as weapons? Or not?
The fucking rogue straight out of the bat there.
I mean, I suppose we can, like, investigate them slightly more, because we didn't buff them. What's the aura that they had, Dave?
Oh, yeah.
Weren't they?
Bear with. So, it was enchantment, so...
It's enchantment.
So it affects the minds of others, influencing and controlling their behaviour, such as spells. Can make enemies see the caster as a friend, force creatures to take a course of action, or even control another creature like a puppet. So, that's an enchantment spell, and that's the enchantment aura.
That's the 5e magic shop description. It's an enchantment. Yeah. Basically, so it's
that's giving you examples. Yeah,
enchant your weapon to do something else or have an additional property.
So I suppose that it could also be that the enchantment is coming from the orb, which is turning it blue. So that would be an enchantment, I suppose. So they could be as simple as just showing off the chromatic fucking colours, or it could be more. And that's quite scary if this is a dragon graveyard of the chromatic conclave.
God, or if it's like each one of them is locating different dragon types. Like a compass or something.
Did we see a white one? Because I honestly don't remember. I remember blue, black, red.
I don't remember
and
white
green.
One.
That's what I remember.
There was a white one.
I don't remember white one.
That's why I thought they were Power Rangers. The only one that was missing was... Yeah, there was a red one, a green one, a yellow one, a
yellow?
white one.
I don't remember yellow.
Yeah, there was a yellow.
Oh, right.
There was a yellow bottom left, I think.
This is testing on memory.
There was a blue one,
no, there was a blue top right. Blue top right, black top left. This is really taxing us. We're going to look back like, oh my god, what was it? Matt, bring up the mat again. Bring up the mat.
I know what's happening on Friday when this goes on YouTube, or the episode goes on YouTube, is you three are just going to be there going, right, skip to the map.
Yeah.
Skip like 20 minutes in. Yeah, absolutely.
We're going to spend like a whole episode just messing about with these orbs, and they actually do fuck all.
Yeah.
They're just fancy, magical.
But
papers.
I mean,
They're just neat.
Go on, Simon.
I was just saying, they're just neat. They're just there because they're cool.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I was about to say that not because of what we just said, but Dargon just completely dismissed them. It's just like, move on. We've got to clear this place out. We've got to find out what's going on. Especially,
we were definitely in a we need a rest mood. We were just like, find a fucking room.
I think last week we were discussing the fact that it was getting to the point where you guys were fucked if you didn't have a rest at some point, and you were rapidly approaching that point where you're gonna
and then we went through 2 fights, which I don't think we've ever done that in one episode. 2 fights.
Oh, we've done a couple of fights per episode.
Oh yeah, no, maybe yeah, no.
I think it was just this case where you probably weren't expecting the second fight.
No.
Yeah.
No. I didn't think it was just going to be done in that little.
We were just so spent. Like, I was so spent. I was like, I can cast 1 spell, and that's it. And then it's just cantrips.
Kirik was definitely struggling to get it up.
Competent cantrip, though, is definitely handy to have.
Yeah.
Especially when you're rolling like 2d12s.
Yeah.
It's and because of level 8 abilities of Grave Cleric, the cantrips have a plus have my wisdom, which is a +5.
Ooh.
So like, I'm like, my Toll the Dead is fucking insane.
Bitchin'.
Like, it's a potential like 29 points of damage on a cantrip, which is insane.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's one of those ones. It's like as lovely as they are is to have occasional cantrips and Eldritch Blasts, or what? Is it Eldritch? Oh god, I never remember.
Eldritch Blast, yeah.
Eldritch
That's
Blast.
the one.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Yeah, it's great to have. It is wonderful, but I just struggle to lose the ability to hit things twice for a measly +4. So unlikely to hit. So, especially when
it's still handy though.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still handy. Don't get me wrong, but I'm struggling to find the times when I know when to use it.
Yeah, if you had to be ranged, it's a good one to fall back on.
Yeah, it's a weird one because it's like I've got to roll really high for me to get it to hit something that's got a high AC, for it then to be useful because it gives you advantage. So I suppose it would be a Hail Mary if I knew that someone had a awesome to hit thing that was going to come up and it had to work.
Or you had Bardic Inspiration and you could add a 1d6 to it, to your attack.
Then that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Because then the next attack would be an advantage, and I can't wait to roll the natural 20 with this Wallhammer. Not that it's going to do a massive amount, but it's going to be fun, whatever.
Especially if it's something that has the Path of the Grave thing on them.
Yeah. And if you can eventually get that Holy Weapon thing, then damn.
Oh my gosh. Holy Weapon's going to be insane. Holy Weapon with accents, so it's just going to be just ridiculous.
Can you imagine that? and with Path of the Grave on it.
I just had a thought though. We're going to be fine against the dragon. Although I'm not going to want to get up close to it. I've got a Dragon Slayer Rapier, so that'll deal extra damage. And I've still got 10 fireballs left against an ice dragon, so I could literally just chuck it at that 10 times.
And I'm immune to cold, and you're resistant to cold, and Bothrid could go something that is resistant to cold and take.
If I keep them robes on, it might help with my resistance to cold.
It might help that. So I mean, we are honestly walking ourselves into a trap here, boys.
We're going to fucking have it. That's what we're going to do.
We are going to run away like screaming children, or go or come away going, I'm not quite sure that should have happened.
If we'll be alright. If Matt rolls like he did tonight, we'll be fine. If he rolled like Kirik rolled tonight, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't, like, with a dragon, he doesn't need to roll very high because they got like plus
14, plus 12s, and all that. Like, it's just ridiculous, you know. And you'll have 3 legendary actions per. Yeah, this is what really worries me, right? 3 legendary actions per round. There's only 4 of us, and then it has its own turn, and it can attack 4 times. So it can attack 7 times for our, like, 8, and that's all of us.
It might not be the only room either. It might be surrounded with minions, so it might be a dragon and other people to fight as well.
Yeah.
Not to mention
layer actions.
All sorts of things.
Man alive!
All sorts of horrible things. I can't wait.
Look, Danny, you said it earlier.
Yeah.
Right, about the fact that we were just going to get, we're going to go to Excellion, we're going to, rough up some ruffians, and then we're going to go back and go everything's sorted. Right? This seems more troublesome than anything we've been up against before, and to be honest, I feel like one of us is going to roll for a new character. So,
and this is a side quest.
Yeah.
Now to do with the main story, apparently. It's like we've gone off on a 10-hour Skyrim tangent.
It could be part of the main.
Yeah.
Could be part of the main. Could be part of the main. No idea.
Well, yeah, she might be the next part of the prophecy. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, the Eladrin might want a dragon on his side. Who knows?
Yeah, especially one that's evil. I mean, if it was metallic, we'd try and get it on its side, but this one just... Do not give him that idea. Jesus Christ.
I think we'll be fine.
The Eladrin of the fucking thing. I got to use my counterspell today. That was fun.
Yeah, you did. Thank you so much. Thank you.
This Targon was about to get butt fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was going to be like 30 or 40 points of damage. Just in one.
That was going to be inflict wounds, wasn't it? Yeah. That is a bad spell. Right.
It was either like 3, 4, or 5 d10s. Or more than that, I don't know.
It's a real shame that you're not going to... Well, I don't believe you'll have this at all, because I think it's like 7th or 8th level spell. And that is... I can't wait for you to have Feeble Mind if you ever can get that one.
I don't think a Feeble Mind is a
Can you not get it?
Level 8. No, it's not. It's not a cleric.
It's not cleric. Maybe Bard and Druid. Druid can have it. Weirdly.
I'm obviously I don't know a lot about dragons, so I've just googled white dragon on D&D Beyond.
Yeah, but also, is it an ancient? Is it ancient, young? What's the other one? Adult.
This is just an adult white dragon. It gets 3 attacks
dragon
and 3
wormlings,
legendary
young
actions.
dragons, adult dragons, ancient dragons.
We went up against a young dragon. If we go up against an ancient, I do not value our odds at all. Just no. If it's an adult, I think we might get out of it. Might.
But it's going to be like... one of 2 things is going to happen. It's either we defeat a dragon, which is fucking cool, or we have to do a runaway, getaway sequence, which is going to be arguably even awesome.
Even more awesome. Especially if we've got to do some... As I say, if we've got to do some sort of skill check to get out, like roll some decent things as to, how to get out. Man alive.
And then just as we're leaving, you just cast Thunder Wave and just
collapse the tunnel and we just fucking run. But that's the thing. And I know that we haven't done any of these yet, and I don't know whether, Matt, you ever want to do them, but these skill check sort of things, when you're sort of out of combat but you've still got to make it, and you've got to make some successful rolls to see whether you do well or you get more obstacles in your way and stuff like that. It's not necessarily
Is that like you're in initiative order, but you choose to retreat because you're technically still in combat?
Yeah, but instead of the 30 foot range, it's like, right, we get out of here to get us out of his, exactly like Samad just said. I roll so I do a thunder wave, and I roll something to get, and that means that whether we get stuck in it or whether it collapses behind us, and then we get out. That's one success. And then Danny, you have to do something intelligent, like throw a stone that distracts people, meaning we can run round. That's another success. Or it's a failure because actually. Yeah, and it's things like this. So then, I don't know, I then try and do something else, and it's a failure because I meant that people could then see us. It's that type of thing that means that it's not on a round-per-round basis that we can only ever move how far we can move. It's more of a, how do you get to the next stage? It's a very different way of doing combat, or not even combat, but just a sort of a challenge. And those skill check things I think are really quite cool. But I just don't know how we would have
like a Benny Hill chase scene.
Yeah, but it's sort of a Benny Hill escape room.
You're thinking like, on Scooby Doo when they get chased and they just like they'll randomly disguise themselves in some armour so the bad guy runs past and then they'll get out and run the other way.
But again, it could be some stupid shit like that. Whereas we do that, you say that we do that, we roll really well and it works. All right. Whereas most likely that wouldn't work, and we would be like, right, that didn't work. Now we have to run. And if we do that, I have to find the Benny Hill music.
Yeah.
I'm so looking forward to this plot arc.
Oh my goodness me! So.
God.
Oh my god.
Just by how much you guys are shitting yourself over one thing you figured out.
No, it's just worst case scenario. We finish the story and the prophecy's bollocks because all three of us are dead.
Turns out it was about these other three people.
These guys sitting in the tavern.
It just happens to be whatever three guys you play. Yeah.
Three guys in the tavern. Do you guys hear that?
Oh, guys,
I had the weirdest dream.
Yeah. It was about this weird, like, Oh my god, it is half midnight, guys. Let's wrap this up.
Yes,
I think
it is half past midnight.
It's half past midnight.
Yeah, time for bed.
Oh my god. Right. Let's do this. Right. Lovely. Thank you ever so much, everyone who watched on Monday night, our first official live stream, direct out. That was incredible. I think we all really enjoyed that. So please join us again next Monday night at I believe we'll be going at 8:30 again, guys. Is that right? So 8:30 again. We might change that to 8 later on, but as I say, it's going to be sometime in the evening, Monday nights. These will then go out on a Wednesday night on Twitch, and everything else will follow on YouTube later on in the week. I can't remember when, so you'll have to find out. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, guys. We have loved doing this, and we hope that you have enjoyed it just as much. See you around.